Top 10 animals found frozen in ice. Hey viewers, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel. You may have heard of humans freezing in ice, but have you heard of frozen animals? If not, we've brought you an interesting video. In this one, we'll cover the top 10 animals found frozen in ice. Stay tuned till the end to know more about these poor creatures. Before starting the video, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon to receive the notifications of freshly brewed content. Now, let's get into it without any further ado. Yuka Mammoth. Do you guys know about mammoths? More interesting is the Yuka Mammoth, which was found frozen along the Uyghur Yar coast in 2012 by the local Siberian tusk hunters. Yuka is the best preserved woolly mammoth and is displayed in Moscow. Do you know about the story of how it got its name? Well, let me tell you. It was found near a village of Yugur. The locals of that place discovered it, so it got its name as Yuka Mammoth. After being discovered as an overhanging ledge about 13 feet above the beach level, it spent 2 years in a natural refrigerator where it was stored and preserved. After studying and analyzing, people learned that Yuka was approximately 6 to 8 years old. It was clear that a lion or another predator had attacked it, but the evidence was unclear. The Tummat Puppy. You may not believe it, but the Tummat Puppy found frozen in ice is about 12,400 years old. It was found in an icy grave near the village of Tummat and hence got its name. However, the scientists managed to take it out and make a study on it. The carcass is preserved very well, and one of the most important things is that the brain is preserved, said one of the team members of the Geological Institute of Moscow. The puppy was 70 to 80% preserved, found after its MRI. It's believed that it was someone's pet at the time of its death. It was discovered near a settlement in the Utsyansky. It is the oldest mummified puppy globally and died due to a landslide near the river. Cava lions of Siberia. Scientists have found 28,000-year-old well-preserved lion cubs in Siberia. All of the external and internal organs of the cub are mummified but intact, as well as the golden hair on the skin is covered with mud but still undamaged. Reports tell that her claws are still very sharp and sharp enough to give you a deep cut, and that's remarkable. There was not only one lion baby found frozen, but 2. It was said that the 2 babies were siblings as they were found not so far from each other, but as the scientists further studied, it came to knowledge that they were not even born the same year or decade. There was a 15,000-year difference between the 2 cubs. Astonishingly, the second cub is known to be 43,448 years old. Both the cubs died in the infant stage of 1 to 2 years of age, and that's sad. Fighting moose. Many of you might know about the fighting moose because of their big long horns, but do you guys know about the frozen fighting moose? 2 fighting moose were discovered near the village of Alaska in 2016. Brad Webster, a middle school science and social studies teacher, and his friend were moving for a walk in the village when they saw the frozen fighting moose. They captured the images of them laying frozen in the ice. When he saw it for the first time, he thought it was only one moose being shot, but he saw the second one as he looked closely. Webster guessed that it might be one of them had wounded the other over a female moose. Oh, this love war is part of humans' life, but animals also fight for their love. When Brad and Jeff Erickson, who is director of Bright Strait School in Unakleet, went there again after a couple of days, Erickson, after seeing it, said, "It was such a surreal sight, so serene and quiet, but a stark vision of how brutally harsh life can be." Fox. As cunning as a fox is a well-known saying, but who knew that fox, one of the sharpest animals, would not be able to escape tragic death? It proves that life is unpredictable. A hunter in Germany showed a block of ice that had a whole frozen fox in it. He said that the fox fell into the icy water and couldn't get himself out of it and got frozen in it. The frozen fox is being displayed at the family hotel. The hunter told the news agency, "We sawed the ice block with the fox inside out of the river on January 2nd and then placed it on display in the courtyard of the hunting lodge as a warning." He further said that it would remain there on display till the ice thaws. The fur on the fox's skin cannot be used for any purpose now because it's been on the ice for such a long time now. Tardigrade. Do you know that not all animals die when they get into ice or get frozen? Yes, you heard it right. Some creatures can even survive the coolest temperature. Tardigrade is one of them. Tardigrade is a microscopic multicellular water species that can survive the ice. Tardigrades in anhydrobiosis can survive freezing temperatures as they're freeze tolerant. In Japan, a research team made an experiment and brought tardigrades back to life after 30 years of being frozen. Isn't it amazing? Scientists have named it the first quantum entangled animal in history. Woolly rhino baby. What if you're having a good time traveling by boat and notice a frozen animal near you in the river? Happened with two hunters who were boating down through the stream of Siberia and noticed some Loch Auburn coming upwards in the stream, the frozen woolly rhino baby. They took it out, stored it, and later gave it to the Czech Republic of Academy of Science. They named it Sasha. She died when she was 18 months old. It's known to be one of the few woolly rhinos yet found. However, the Siberian predators chewed the backside of Sasha's body. Half of it is buried and is largely intact. Skeletal leg of Sasha, torso and head. The calf has an ear, an eye, teeth, two horns, and a big flap of wool-covered skin are intact. Most importantly, it might still contain DNA that helps scientists study Sasha. Mummified cat. Do you know how the remains of a mummified cat were discovered? A man was demolishing the roof of his outhouse, where he discovered a solid black object under the rubble. After going through it, it turned out to be a mummified cat that died over 30 years ago. How terrifying yet astonishing it would be for the family. The man said, "I think it's been there for quite a long time. I did think it could have been a piece of expanding foam because there was rubble everywhere and it was there. I couldn't make my mind up whether it was an ornament or something, but when I saw its teeth and ribcage, I knew it was real. I had to put it in a bag, and my little lad was out with me. I had to pretend to him that it wasn't real." Ancient bison. The story of this ancient bison nicknamed Blue Babe is really interesting. It was discovered about 1979 near Alaska. One night in 1984, some guests arrived in a house in Alaska where they had a lovely dinner of stew made of the neck meat of this ancient bison. It was discovered just 5 years earlier by the gold miners and was enjoyed as dinner by the people of that house. Can you eat a stew of a 50,000-year-old bison? For me, it's a big no. Tigers. Wildlife trafficking is a crime, and the people who are seen involved in the trafficking should be punished severely. 7 tiger cubs were found frozen in a car in Vietnam en route to Laos. Hanoi police investigated the scene and arrested the suspect. We should know that animals are innocent. Smuggling may give some financial gains, but it will eventually end on punishments and humiliation. Did you feel sad knowing how these animals lost their lives and got frozen? What's your say on animal trafficking? Tell us in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a like and share it with your family and friends. We'll meet in the next exciting video. Till then, take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.